So my name is Nathan Graham, and I'm with Keller Energy. Negotiations and creating that win-win scenario with clients, right? So meeting with a client and getting to engage with them, finding out what their goals are, what their desires are, and then competing against the other side to help them achieve that goal. That is what brings the thrill. And that's what I find just really changes the transaction, changes the life of the client. It makes it a lot of fun. Through education and through mastermind and networking with other real estate agents is one of the best ways to serve you as a client. Largely because through those masterminds and education, we found out that people from Toronto will often move to the outskirts, yet people from the outskirts very rarely move into Toronto or closer to Toronto. So when we list your property, we actually advertise it to Toronto on the innermost parts. We don't advertise on the outskirts because we know the buyers aren't there, and that way we can maximize the amount of showings and maximize your investment into your property as well. Again, the negotiation aspect is one of the key components of servicing our clients. Everybody's going to create beautiful pictures. Everybody's going to be creating beautiful video. Now what happens when that offer comes in? How can we help you achieve your goals within that offer, whether they be financial, whether they be timeline, whatever that looks like. So the service is really coming from the education of where to advertise your property, then to the negotiation aspect to maximize the value. And then lastly, making sure you're protected. We're going to make sure that I'm doing nothing to put you into either legal jeopardy or into home jeopardy, because that is about the highest service. There's nothing worse than after a transaction is done, something coming back on you that you weren't expecting. Through a variety of different ways. I came into the industry at the time of this video 13 years ago in 2010, and I would venture to say I was probably a pretty egotistical realtor that thought they knew everything. Through joining teams, partnering with highly successful people, and the tampering of that ego is what allowed me to bring all the components together to where my business is now. For example, I partnered with one realtor for about a year where I really learned the value of follow-up, of constant communication, having great systems so you as a client are able to know exactly what's coming next. Then the next year I partnered with a different realtor. His key was great service to clients. He would drive 2 hours just to go show you one property. And so when I had those systems down pat, then the next element I was able to do was raise my customer service level to be able to do anything and everything for you. Those were the two aspects that ended up building the core of the business to where we are today. In the top, I think 1%-ish of Durham region, or top 20% of the office, is through basically great systems for you as a client and great customer service to make sure that we're not missing anything. The market center energy is often overlooked. The reality is if you want to be great at anything, you need to immerse yourself into whatever you want to be great at. So as a quick side example, if you want to learn French, go live in Paris for 6 months because you are immersed in the culture and you hear French every day. Real estate is no different than that. You want to make sure that when you choose a brokerage, that their energy levels are a place you want to be every single day. That's something you want to be fully immersed in. Because when you come into the office on those days when you are not feeling upbeat, when you come into those offices when you're a little bit tired, when the kid was up sick all night and you still need to get that lead generation done because you still have a family to provide, you can feed off that energy as you're immersing yourself in that atmosphere. You have the ability to go into another office and just say, hey, I'm having a low energy day. Let's do something to pump it up, create some crazy music, have a fantastic conversation. And this is the energy that we have around the building. It is just like an instant boost to your day. And the question I think to ask yourself when you're thinking about this is, are you more productive with high energy or with low energy? And then when you look at, obviously the answer is high energy. When you look at that, is the office feeding that energy or are they draining that energy? And that on a day-to-day basis is, I feel, the difference here from most places I have walked into. We are getting that energy fed every single day and it's creating high energy decisions and just a much better, much more fun, relaxed life. We have what's called Red Day. This is really kind of a phenomenal event. It's something very different. So we are there to go and make an impact and a difference into that community, right? So for example, in years past, we went to the Boys and Girls Club, we've painted their walls, we've redone their gardens, women's shelters. I think one of my favorite memories is we actually took a low-income school and we decided to go there and make a difference. And what was unique about this particular Red Day is school was still in session. So the teachers were there and the students were there. And as we were working on the grounds, planting new trees, painting the jungle gym equipment, we also had motivational speakers and pizza day inside for the class. And there is something really crazy when you have a teacher come up to you guys afterwards, literally in tears, just thankful for not just the break of that day, but again, that mindset that we share, helping pass that along to other people, helping the relaxation, helping the hope for tomorrow or the hope for what goes on, make a difference in that one person's life. That to me has to be one of the most standout memories anyways of what has been done through KW and through being a part of here.